Well, boys, the world is burning. We still don't know why Dr. Disrespect is banned, but for some reason, some of the people that were sponsoring him are now re-sponsoring him by putting his banners and stuff back up on their pages after they took him down for a day. And Helenity's still not banned, and now Fedmyster, one of my favorite streamers, is no longer on offline TV because of these allegations against him. Well, I can't even say it's allegations, because in his statement talking about this, as soon as it came out, like, he already had his tweets prepared for it too, and so did Offline TV, kicking him out of the group. Fed basically didn't deny any of it, so we're all just, at this point, taking it at face value. Fed did this. So if you guys are wondering why was Fed kicked out of Offline TV, it's because he essentially was like groping women. Like, he didn't R-word anyone, alright? He didn't violate anyone. He was essentially talking shit about basically almost every member of Offline TV to other members of Offline TV. He claimed that he was dating someone in Offline TV who he was not dating, groping two of the Offline TV members, and essentially just being a tier 3 sub creep, essentially is what Fed was doing, which is kind of hard to imagine because Fed seems like the most coolest, chillest, down-to-earth guy ever. So a few days ago, one of the Offline TV members named Yvonne put out a tweet titled Her Truth. And now throughout this whole tweet longer, I'll TLDR for you guys. Essentially, her and Fed, whenever they first met, they were essentially just like best buds. They were always hanging out. Fed would always fall asleep on her bed after they were done watching movies. And essentially, they were just, you know, good old buddy old pals. And then one day, Fed came in drunk, kissed her hand, told her he liked her, and, you know, put his... This is like the creepiest thing I've ever heard. Put his hand up her sleeve and started touching around her chest. Not her chest in general, but like close enough to where it would be like, yo, we homies. You can't be doing this. And also, to put the cherry on top of this already fully loaded whipped cream pie that's about to be launched into Fed's face, he not only, you know, did creepy things to Yvonne, he also did creepy things / scumbag things to lilypichu. So after Albert last year took a page out of the 2-time book and cheated on Lily, 2 weeks after that, whenever Lily was drunk, Fed decided to come inside of her room, right? You know, give her a nice gesture of giving her a massage. You know, there's nothing wrong with giving someone a massage, nothing wrong with that. But this man started going up and up and up, all the way up to some non-friendly territories, alright? So, and he also told Lily that, you know, he liked her and stuff, and she was kind of creeped out because, you know, it's only been 2 weeks since her last breakup. You know, she's still kind of vulnerable, you know. And I'm guessing Lily was like feeling kind of remorseful about this because she deleted her tweet longer about this, which I don't get what that was supposed to do. It's already out there on the internet. I'm like, she had it up there for enough time for everyone and their mama to screenshot and share it around. I mean, like, these were the answers to a test and she didn't want to get caught. I mean, like, the teacher already knows you were the one passing out the answers to the test at this point. Like, I don't get the point of deleting it. But before any of these twit longers came out, they had an intervention with Fed. And on multiple occasions, people were sitting down with Fed like, yo, bro, you kind of need to stop being weird about this. And they said Fed was, you know, finally apologizing and being remorseful for what he did. But then a few days later, he was back to being basically old Fed, just doing the things that they told him not to do.
We came out with the statement because after we had a 3-hour intervention with him and 7 other girls, and 6 of the girls all came out with stuff against him, he proceeded after that day to contact the people who weren't there and kind of do exactly what we told him was the problem, which was to tell them only his side of the story, and kind of spin it in a way where he ended up being the better person. But it's like, I don't think that's like, we just had an intervention about it, so it felt kind of weird.
Now, there's nothing wrong with, you know, shooting your shot, even if it is basically at your boss. But, you know, Fed, I'm pretty sure, didn't shoot his shot. From what Pokimane said in her statement, Fed didn't shoot his shot. He basically went around to different people that she liked and told them that, him and her were already together. Like, I don't know what this strat is. I've never heard of it in my life. I'm like, this may be the tier 3 subs way of getting girls, but basically he just went around to the guys that he knew that Pokimane liked and essentially told them that him and Poki were already together, but not to tell her. You know, she may be my girlfriend and all, but yo, don't tell her I said that.
Nice, you know, my close friend and this guy that I want to get to know, like, they're getting along so well. That's really nice to see. Even though I was a bit sad that I couldn't actually talk to the guy, but whatever. Later that night, after the party ended, I texted this guy. And I was like, oh, kind of sucks, like, we didn't get to hang out. And he was like, yeah, you seemed really busy. And I was like, me busy? Like, you and Fed were, you know, 2 peas in a pod all night. And he goes, oh, yeah, like, what's going on with you guys? And I was like, what do you mean, what's going on? And the guy informed me that Fed told him that we were together when we weren't, and that he told the guy not to tell anyone, not to talk to anyone about it, not to talk to me about it, and that was the first time that Fed just, like, massively broke my trust.
So after this, Pokimane continues to go on with their rants about Fed, and anytime Fed, like, got in trouble with Pokimane, oh no, mom caught me with my hand in the cookie jar, he would go over to basically his other friend's house, the Just Friends house, is basically Offline TV's friends, and essentially go over to their house and do basically the same thing he did at the Offline TV house and talk shit about whoever he got in trouble with that day. And, you know, some days it will be Pokimane and other days it will be Yvonne, some other days it may be Lily. You never know. Like, you gotta take your pick of the litter. Which of the females in Offline TV will Fed talk about today?
Girls wanted me to share on their behalf. So this is from them. They said that at the Just Friends house, he would come over anytime things were off or tense at the Offline TV house and just, like, be in their rooms. Never knocking, just there, which they came to accept as just Fed things. While he was there, he would always imply things were bad between me and him, and lie or push false narratives that make him look good.
Man, you would have thought these two were in a marriage the way that she's describing how they fought. This man had to go to a whole nother house to talk trash about it. This man couldn't go to his room, you know, think to himself, man, fuck this bitch. No, this man had to go to a whole nother house. He had to get that frustration out somehow. But essentially, that's just a TLDR, the 50-minute stream that Pokimane did. And just to recap that, Fed told guys that Pokimane liked that she and him were already together. Fed essentially was touching on girls. They also had an intervention with Fed where they thought he was gonna be doing better and where they thought, you know, he would change for the best, but essentially, he said, nah, homie, that ain't me. I ain't about to change for shit. Also, one part that I left out was that he tried to get Yvonne fired because essentially Yvonne was kind of scarred after what Fed did, and she kind of didn't want to hang out with him anymore, even though he kept forcing himself upon her. And so she would really try her best to avoid Fed at all situations, and Yvonne kind of feels bad because she would yell at Yvonne for basically not helping out with content for the Offline TV channel, and they almost fired her, even though it was Fed's fault.
And make me look really bad. Or when he was over, he would be in one of their beds almost all the time. Later, when the Yvonne incident happened, and when they did not know that this happened, he would come over to their house and tell them things like, Yvonne is taking up a content creator spot in our house. She does literally nothing.
But this is the end of the video, you guys, and I want to know you guys' thoughts on this. Basically, one of the best parts about Offline TV is now gone and essentially was outed for being a creep, a tier 3 sub creep at that. But this is the end of the video, you guys. And also, if you made it this far in the video, tell me, who is your favorite Offline TV member? I'm gonna have to say right now, Michael Reeves, even though I'm gonna be honest, I don't consider him an Offline TV member at all. I love that man's content before Offline TV came in and poached him because he's Asian. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment. If you're new, subscribe with the notification bell on, because you need two-step verification to know if you want to have someone's videos pop up in your subscription feed nowadays. It's so stupid and weird. Also, yo, join the Discord down below. If that two-step verification is just too much, that's just pushing the boundaries. Yo, every time when I upload a video, I alert everyone in my Discord whenever I upload a new video. And also when I go live on twitch.tv/Straven. But other than that, I hope you all have a nice night, sweet dreams, and I'll see y'all in the next video.